Welcome. Today we're just going to heading out now from Watson Bayou. Going to go out in the Gulf. If it's not too rough, see if we can find some dolphins to film today. Straight forward is Watson Bayou. Actually, that's called the Cove area of housing. And this goes out into St. Andrews Bay. Watson Bayou does here in a few minutes. Over to the left, I don't know if it's picking it up or not, but that's the old paper mill. And over here to the left in a second, there's a big Coast Guard ship where it's an Eastern shipbuilding. They're working on it. Maybe I'll point the nose toward it. Make sure there's nobody behind me. I'll be right over this way here in a second. It'll come into view right here. That's the old paper mill in the distance, and that's Eastern shipbuilding. Like right there, they're working on a Coast Guard ship. Water temperature says 91 degrees here in the bay, or Watson Bayou, that is. We'll see what it is when we get out to the main St. Andrews Bay here in just a second. On the forward-facing camera we're coming into St. Andrews Bay. This is also part of international, excuse me. Good grief, my mind went blank. Intercoastal waterway. I don't know what I was thinking about, but it's cuts through here too and goes that way on towards St. Joe and Apalachicola. Like right now, it's only 19 foot deep. We get on out here in the channel. All this over to the left and straight forward, and kind of behind me to my left is Tyndall Air Force Base property. The boat points straight at now on the front facing camera. It's called Redfish Point. 88 degrees out here, water temperature. My wife stayed at home today. She didn't feel like coming, so I thought I'd go out real quick and see if I could find some dolphins to record. See, like right now we're down to 50 feet depth. Once we round Redfish Point up here, we're going to head on toward St. Andrews Pass to go out in the Gulf and see if it's rough or not. The waves will probably definitely change once we go around this point. Usually always does. Straight in front of us on that camera is Port Panama City. Now you can tell it's going to start getting a little bit more choppy heading toward the pass. Like I said, usually as soon as you're around this point right here, and all that Redfish Point and all that, it's all Tyndall Air Force Base property as well. All right, I'm gonna turn them off and turn them back on once we see what the Gulf looks like. Straight ahead of the camera one, the St. Andrews State Park, and over, well, can't really tell, I don't think, by looking at the screen up there. And over to the left is where Shell Island starts, and St. Andrews State is owned by St. Andrews State Park up to a point, then it becomes Tyndall Air Force Base property. But this right here coming up is St. Andrews, the pass going out to the Gulf, and it's kind of looking a little rough. Way rough. May not be no dolphins today in the Gulf.